right, Denny, we got a little bit of breaking news to get to here. I don't know if breaking is the right way to do it. I kind of was looking for some interesting stories this time. I feel like a lot of times when we cover breaking news, it's either doom and gloom or it's big things happening. I don't really think that applies to very many of these stories today that we have.
Oh, good. Lighthearted fun.
Lighthearted fun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I wanted to start out by honoring one of the many phenomenal women in trucking. Actually, the Women in Trucking Association has named their 2024 Distinguished Woman in Logistics. And I'm getting this article from aftermarketnews.com. The Women in Trucking Association, in concert with Truck Stop and Transportation Intermediaries Association, announced Sarah Ruffcorn, who's president of Trinity Logistics, as the winner of the 10th Annual Distinguished Woman in Logistics Award. She was chosen from 3 finalists, which include her, Sherry Garner-Brombaugh, who is the president and CEO of Garner Trucking, and Ramona Hood, president and CEO of FedEx Custom Critical, Inc. So some pretty big competition that she had there, but congratulations to Sarah Ruffcorn. She is our Women in Trucking Association Woman in Logistics Award winner for 2024. That was a mouthful. I barely got through it.
I'm glad you had to say that, not me.
It's just so many acronyms and so many associations, but I like stuff like this. I think it's important that we honor, obviously the women in trucking, but I think it's just important in general to honor.
I think we should do a whole show on the women in trucking, but I'm talking about not the CEOs and presidents. I'm talking about the ladies behind the wheel and what they have to, because I know they got a whole other list of challenges that we don't have. So maybe we can get that on the calendar one of these days.
We can. And if you give me 1 second here, I'm just pulling up my list of episodes because we did do a Women in Trucking episode long ago before you got here. Actually, it was a really long time before you got here, but I want to tell everybody that's listening where they can find that. That is episode 13 of the H&M Trucking podcast. It's called...
That is a while back.
Yeah, it's...
You didn't have gray in your beard back then, did you?
I didn't. I did not. It's true. And I got all the gray from episodes 14 through 55, Denny, and counting. But that episode is called Grit and Grace, Women in Trucking. We talked to some fantastic women from H&M actually on that episode. So we do have one, but you're more than right. It's time to do another. If it's all the way back at episode 13, we're going to get another Grit and Grace episode on the podcast here very soon.
Got to get Miss Ellen on there.
Miss Ellen?
Miss Ellen.
I don't think I met Miss
Ellen had more years driving with H&M than any other truck driver. She had like 3 or 4 million miles.
Wow.
She's retired now, too. She retired a little while before I did, but got to get her on and get your bleep button ready.
Oh, she got a little bit of a sailor's mouth, or a trucker's mouth, I guess is probably what we should call it. That's great. So she fits in well. She can hang is what you're saying.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, she can hold her own. And she drove one of those long nose like you like, one of those long nose trucks. So.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Okay, I like that. All right. Well, we'll get Miss Ellen on here for sure. I would love to talk to her. I think I've seen her comment on some of the posts on Facebook from time to time from H&M drivers. So she should be easy to get a hold of. Let's hope that she'll agree to come on the podcast. I'm sure she will. We'll tell her we'll pat her on the back for all those safe miles she piled up.
I hope so. Hope we can get her. It'd be great to talk to her again. Anyway, we probably need to move on to other things, right?
Well, yeah, we got a few other things to talk about here. This one's really quick. More than 29,000 Freightliner and Western Star trucks being recalled, according to truckernews.com. Daimler Trucks North America is recalling certain 2023 and 2024 Freightliner 108 SDs, 114 SDs, business class M2s, Cascadias, 2024 Western Star 57X, and 2023 Freightliner 122 SDs. Apparently, Denny, these have a steer axle wheel flange that can crack and cause damage to the tires, which could cause a crash. But owner notification letters haven't even gone out on this yet. They're not even going out until around June 2nd. So I would say if you're driving one of these models of trucks, definitely watch the mail or, check with your dispatcher, your driver manager to see if they've gotten any notices on your truck in particular. Because
I'm sure Jim will be all on top of that. Jim in the shop, he'll be watching that stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just find this interesting that you put an announcement out that, hey, we're going to recall, and then the letters don't go out till June 2nd. But we know right now, today, and even before today, because this article came out yesterday, or maybe even the day before. I don't even know what damn day it is, but we know about this. I think that waiting for the letters is not a good idea. Am I off base there, or what do you think?
I don't know. It's like when they have, four-wheelers, when they have recalls and then it takes you a year and a half to get the thing fixed.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of unsettling. You say something's unsafe. Let's get this stuff fixed now.
Yeah. Especially because a lot of these recalls and things come in concert with the NTHSA and everything like that. So these are federal organizations that are saying these aren't safe. We should probably put a premium on getting those trucks repaired sooner rather than later. Again, 29,000 Freightliners and Western Stars with all those models included.